Mm-hmm. Okay. Alright. And 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, 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 welcome. It is I, your glorious host of the Anime Colosseum, Color Never Melter.
Oh, I thought you would have taken a little bit more to for your introduction.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
decided to do short and sweet.
Oh, okay. And greetings and salutations, Chthonians. I am Erica Ironblood. I could be your angle, but I'd rather be your double.
Hell yes.
hmm
And now,
And welcome to Amine Colosseum. Colosseum.
yes, this will be an awesome tier list. However, as we always do on Anime Colosseum,
Okay,
we
can you stop with your Zawarido sounding like
okay,
uh
fine. Okay, fine,
you're
but
like
once we get to
90s shonen antagonist uh sounding
okay. But in all
uh,
fairness, I will say this: once we get to Dio and the tier list, I am going to bring it back. So
okay.
now, with that being said, as we always do on the podcast, we have my dear friend and glorious co-host Erica tell us what anime should we watch this week.
Flip Flappers. It is a magical girl anime that also combines well, it's a magical girl at its core, but it combines as a whole, it has elements of Kingdom Hearts with world hopping. It has like psychology, as well as kind of an Alice in Wonderland type vibe. It also has some episodes which are horror themed, Mad Max and Dragon Ball themed. There's one that is a giant robots mecha themed, among many others. It is a very fun anime, and also is Yuri as fuck,
Yes,
especially if you pay attention to the Japanese.
yes. Now,
hmm
also, I do want to point out this is an anime that you have, basically got, well, all of us ready to, um, wait, is it not showing up? That's weird.
Hmm?
Wait, the,
Flip,
it is showing up, isn't it? Oh, wait, hold on, sorry, I'm
no,
looking at the wrong thing. That was on
hold
me.
on, hold on. Okay,
But anywho.
let me check. Let me see. Hmm. Hang on, let me see. Yeah. Yep, that is the image of Flip Floppers.
Okay, nah,
Yeah.
sorry, I was looking at the, wrong, thing, so
I
that was
mean,
on me.
it shows a majority of the characters. You
Things.
got Papika, Yayaka, Kokona. You have the two twins. I forget their names, unfortunately.
Hmm.
You have Yayaka eating a cream box.
hmm But I do want to say this though.
Oh, and you have Buchan. I
Yes.
actually forget his actual name. He has like a something 88 or B85 or something. I don't, those like um the robots have like a numbers and letters
Numerical
and
system.
shit.
Okay, I gotcha.
Hold on,
Now, I
what
do
is
want to
it?
say this though. This was a anime that we've watched together in your stream, and not stream, but server. And I just will say, this is.
Oh, okay. So it's TT392. I don't know where I got the 8 from.
Hmm, but
I have
this
no
was
clue.
a wild ride. Not gonna lie. Like it doesn't make sense at first, mostly because of that episode 1 ending. Not gonna spoil it, but you said we have to
hmm
wait, so I'll wait, I suppose. But I will say this is quite an interesting, anime. And just like the rules of Dan, Bobobo, and several other anime that's just balls to the wall, just whatever happens, happens. Don't ask questions, just enjoy the ride.
I don't think it's like as it's like FLCL or Furry Curry, as you might call it.
True.
But yeah, it is. I mean, having and taking inspiration from psychology and stuff, and also um, the the theory of, I forget what exactly it's called, but it's like this one German biologist's like idea that every animal perceives the world differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, so in Flip Floppers, all the different worlds are each a character's subconscious viewing of the world,
Basically
essentially.
like Persona in a way.
Kind of.
Well, I went with the only thing I could think of that involves the mind and that kind of shindig. But other than that, I agree. You should totally give this a look. It's interesting and quite the ride. However, with that being said, this time we are doing a tier list on evil villains. Villains that make,
Or antagonists in general.
yes, those who make being bad look so good. The baddest of the bad, the best of the evil. Now,
I mean, some of them aren't like evil, some of them are just aspects or are just antagonists.
mm-hmm. Now, the rule here is I decided that me and Erica both will simply choose our, well, pickings of evil anime protagonists. And as you can see, we got a decent sized list. And in all fairness, yeah, they're all gonna be, I guess you could say a double, like two from the same anime. But that's because, one is what I believe and the other is what she believes.
Alright.
But anywho. Now, Erica, tell the ladies and gentlemen what are the rules for this tier list.
So essentially, in order to determine their ranking, we go by how they fall under the. Oh, you might want to crop out the side panels in the. Did you not crop out the
Wait, I thought I did. What the
the
hell?
actual window,
I
like
I
how
mean,
I explained it?
yeah. I could have sworn I did though.
Okay, because there's I'm seeing
Yeah.
a little bit.
Um,
Okay.
okay, there you go.
Okay. Um, that's not really helping,
Wait,
unfortunately.
you gotta be kidding me. Okay,
Okay, so in OBS, when you are adjusting the size of the window,
uh-huh.
I believe. Hold on. Crop. Let me look this up. Cropping OBS. Same. Okay, you press the Alt key to drag the images of the source to crop it. Okay? Press and hold the Alt key
I am
while
pressing
you
the
are
Alt.
adjusting the size, and you can essentially crop the edges.
Ah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, there we go.
So now you can adjust. Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah. No, you're editing the
Yeah. Okay, is that good?
the kind of. You're moving the little border thing that I assume was meant to cover the adverts.
Yes. You know what's weird is that I can see the thing, like, it looks like it is covering, so I don't understand why.
Just adjust the size of it.
Oh, I think I took care of it.
Okay. All right then.
Yeah, because I'm looking on
Anyway, let's.
yeah, I'm looking on Twitch and I don't see the okay, good, 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 good.
What do you mean Twitch? We're on YouTube.
YouTube. I don't know why I said Twitch. I'm not a sellout. But oh, also,
Um.
like I said, I will switch to Firefox. That way we don't have to do this shindig again.
Anyway, I'm just. Anyway, let's. Anyway, back to on task.
Yes.
So essentially we are having. Yeah, there is. Yeah,
Mhm.
it is covering. The little border is covering a lot of the screen.
Yep. Wait, you mean the bottom border?
The little thing, the blue and pink thing.
Yes, the bottom border. That's what I said. I
Yeah, it's covering a lot of
Oh, that's
the.
because if I like if I lower the border, then the ad that's at the bottom is going to show up.
I thought
Yes.
I
So
thought I. Okay, whatever. Anyway. So the rules are simple. You. Sorry, wrong thing. So basically, we judge them based on their means, their motive, as in why are they doing this? Their methods, like how are they able to do the things they do, and also how dangerous are they?
meaning how high is that threat level? Are they a
Oh,
1
yeah.
or the 11?
Are we gonna need to call the Ghostbusters?
We need the Avengers.
Actually, oh wait, never mind. I'm actually pretty much none of these are ghosts. So,
yeah, so that's kind of a city area.
Anyway, let's start. Let's get
Yes.
this party started.
Yes. Now, our first individual
Is the voice from Elfin Lied. It is essentially the voice inside every Diclonius's head that essentially tells them to kill humans. It essentially tells Kaide, or Lucy, to use her powers to kill humans, spread the Diclonius infection, and essentially replace humans as the dominant species on the planet.
and that's kind of screwed up, fam.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to be fair, she started hearing it like really loudly when her. So Lucy, in the anime, have you seen Elfin Lied?
It has been a hot minute.
Okay, you haven't. Okay, so essentially, in the manga, she started hearing this voice around the time she started getting tormented by the kids at the orphanage.
And
I got. Yeah.
alright, so what
Anyway, so yeah, how would you rank the DNA voice?
well, in all fairness, basically we have a
Yeah.
character who is just the voice who tells you to do, evil bad things. Now,
Yeah.
I don't think Lucy or anyone for that matter was ever afraid of them. Like, it was more just there. I think.
Lucy was like, I can't, just, like, it's mostly Lucy was like struggling on whether she should succumb to the voices or ignore them and try to, which is what caused the Lucy new personality split.
Yes, so I'm going to say a B rank because his presence
Okay.
and technicality is kind of seen, if you will. And while he
Mhm.
does hide behind, I guess you could say, the computer, if you will, he can still
And
cause. I don't know what you want to, call it. Like he's not, in the action. He's not there, throwing
she's not. She's
hands.
not like she is a voice inside their head. Her head.
Yeah. So we'll say,
Okay, so
no,
B.
yeah, yeah, B.
B is the middle.
Yes, yes, I know.
That's A.
Yes, I know. I put it in B. See.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking at
Oh
the.
yeah. Yeah. It does a whole about 1 second. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the next up is this fabulous hot ass bitch right here.
Huh? Wait, what? Oh, Raggio.
Yes.
Okay. So, why is she doing this? In order to fulfill her. Well, to be fair, she has infused herself with 70% life fibers, and she is fulfilling her family's duty of essentially preparing the planet and humanity to become food for the life fibers in order to create the celestial mega cocoon and essentially continue the life fibers life cycle.
And that is, by all means, absolutely screwed up. Plus, she has no quarrels of using her daughters as test subjects or even having them, in technicality, sacrificed. While yes, the crazy bitch did
Also,
consent,
for certain other things. Yeah,
uh,
essentially.
and some very spicy activities.
Mm.
Although her threat level, in all technicality, is
Threat
pretty high.
level, yeah.
Cause
Especially if there's life fibers
mhm.
on the planet.
Yeah, and she did in technicality succeed with her evil plan to do evil stuff.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I, I guess oh no, A or S. I mean,
Hmm.
it's like she technically did succeed. She is a threat. She did put, everyone, basically, had to bust their ass to even touch her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, they
thinking,
literally had to create a human life fiber hybrid, both in Kamui form and human form. Oh shit. Sorry, that was a bit of a spoiler.
but I mean, I think maybe S because she is a
Sure, let's
huge
go
threat.
S.
Now,
Go big or go home. Okay.
now the next character.
This is. Hold on, actually, one moment. Stop watching. Okay, for some reason on Discord, it's not the share your screen is not like actually showing up
Wait,
what you're putting down.
wait, what? Hold on. Let me go.
Hold on one moment.
Me.
Also,
Let me look. Look you. Um. What the hell? Why isn't it? Okay, hold on. It is on the right one, isn't it? Well, let me, hold on, folks. Hold on.
okay.
Shenanigans.
Hold on one moment. Sorry, our dog is having a bit of a chatting spree. Okay, there we go. Now we see it.
Yeah.
All right, so Yonagasai.
Yes.
Yonagasai. So, unfortunately, spoilers. Yonagasai essentially in the origin is in Future Diaries is a fucking psychotic yandere character who is in love with Yukitaro, and actually isn't even. Hold on one moment.
Nani? Alright. Now, all I remember from this, like, I haven't seen the anime, but I do know that this, bitch is la crazy. And also, this image right here is basically a meme, and if I'm not mistaken, also a GIF as well.
Sorry, or anyway. In the anime, this Yunagasai isn't even from the universe the anime takes place in. She's actually from another timeline where she essentially tricked Yuki into killing himself. Drinking poison essentially. In the thoughts that once she became a god, became God, she could bring him back to life. And when she found out she couldn't, she then created another version of this world in order to play this essentially Hunger Games Battle Royale type game again. Knowing that everything that would happen, and essentially being a psychotic psychopath, she then attempted to seal away Yuki and then go to another version of. Oh my gosh, it is like multiverse bullshittery. But yeah, she essentially, when she came to the second world, she killed the Yunagasai of that one, and yeah, there's a whole thing about that. And it's just, yeah.
Alright, so what were you looking at for her?
So it's her reasoning, the reason for doing this is so she could essentially be with Yuki forever and not have to, worry about so essentially be with Yuki. Her method is essentially using save scumming it, basically, or knowing what's gonna happen, almost like you played a video game once, then you play it again, you know how everything is gonna go down, so you know exactly where to hit this enemy and all that stuff. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the danger level on her own, she's not super dangerous. The only dangerous part is the fact that she has played this game before. And also because of her actions, she started causing the reality of the second world to just collapse because there is no god there. Because the whole game's thing is to find a successor for God.
Alright, so we're talking
So
about...
I'd say probably either B tier, maybe? Do you think B tier?
I mean, I would say C, because she doesn't seem like she has a threat level that's,
Alright, C.
Yeah.
Yeah, C.
Because, no one's like, oh shit, it's this crazy bitch.
Yeah, I mean, there's many times when she comes up, puts a knife to people's necks, and it's like, Yuki, what are you doing with these people? Do you not know that if you hang out with these people, you'll be with me less? I cannot have that. It's like, I want you all to myself, forever, and ever, and ever, and ever.
Alright, now then. Next up is younger Chiguro. I almost said elder Chiguro, but that's the skinny, creepy-ass one. But
I am unfamiliar with this character.
Alright, so Chiguro is the younger brother of, the older Chiguro. He is from Yu Yu Hakusho, which I'm kind of surprised you don't remember him due to you keep correcting me.
I only played, I only watched the whole, oh my gosh, Yu Yu Hakusho is dead. Oh my gosh, how will he get back to being alive? And also a little bit of those like tournament arc, the tournament arc.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, well, all you need to know is he is strong, like hella strong. As you know, each
Yeah.
demon and all that has their own ability.
Also, to be fair, I have not seen Yu Yu Hakusho since it aired on Toonami.
I mean, same. Also, what the hell was up with that whole them changing the schedule to like at 3 a.m.? I remember that. Like I was watching it religiously, then all of a sudden it changed schedule, and I didn't know what the hell time it was. It was like on 3 a.m. But anyway, so this dude is a tank, or literally. His whole entire shtick is becoming muscle. He can basically look like the Hulk, or even extra Hulk, due to he gains more muscle. The stronger he is, the more dangerous he becomes, to the point where he can use his fingers to flick, basically, energy blast things at you to,
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
gotcha.
And so, he is so powerful, if I'm not mistaken, he touched a dude's forehead, and just touched it, and the dude just died.
Oh, I think I actually now remember him.
And also,
Okay.
if the English version is anything to go by, he has at least a decently funny scene where one of the guys is like, would you like anything to drink? And again, if it's just the English, I don't know if it's the Japanese version, but just say, orange juice, no ice. But though he has this tough guy, badass exterior, he doesn't flinch, he doesn't change. He is a threat through and through. And throughout the, tournament arc, you are just waiting to see Yusuke and team go up against this behemoth. And we see, when it's all said and done, the devastation that this dude leaves behind with his, attacks. So his threat level is, well, pretty freaking high, like, E11 tops. However, when it comes to, well, everything else, his motive, to be fair, I kind of forgot what the motive was. All I know is he also had like a relation with the sensei, the old woman at one point. And honestly, I believe he definitely deserves to be within the B rank of the
That's
tiers.
it. You
Yeah.
mean A tier?
Yeah, A tier.
Okay.
I don't know why I said B tier.
All
Now,
right.
next up is
Jean-Luc Leblanc
mhm,
from Divergence Eve. He is the head of alchemy and is one of the two characters I would consider an antagonist in that show, that series. So essentially, he wanted once in the in the first season, he essentially wants to obtain the knowledge of the entire universe. So he basically utilizes certain aspects from the Kessler the Kessler project, which was a
yeah, Erica.
very
Continue onward. I'll be right back.
okay.
Continue onward, though.
So he essentially uses so he uses Misaki and as well as the entirety of Watcher's Nest, even the ghoul, is a means to activate this, I think, supercomputer or something. Essentially, he's trying to access the entire knowledge of the universe in the first season. Unfortunately, the whole knowledge of the universe, he runs into the whole, oh, fuck, I am learning everything. Shit. And he seemingly dies, but in the second season, it turns out he has become detached from his mortal form and can inhabit. I think he inhabits. I think the computer system, and essentially it becomes like an owl or whatever it's called. Oh no, Hull from Space Odyssey, or like GLaDOS, or that one thing from the Containment Breach game. Essentially, and he almost allows the ghoul to just enter the world, I think. So yeah, that's Jean-Luc Leblanc.
Alright, now what ranking does he deserve?
I think, honestly, C.
Alright. Now,
He's essentially like a selfish. Actually, on his little card, in the opening for Divergence Eve, there's like an introduction to all of the various characters, and they have like a little card detailing their like information, and his weakness is narcissist.
Alright. Now then, the next one up is Cell.
Cell.
Now, here's
He
the thing.
really sorry, I was gonna make a reference to. Actually, I've never seen Dragon Ball Z Abridged, so I only know the. Oh my gosh, the tiles are not perfectly aligned.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to Cell, first reason why I chose
What even
him.
is like reasoning?
Well, first reason why I chose him was because everyone would have chosen Frieza. Like, let's, be real. Everyone would have chosen Frieza, hands down. But I'm gonna be real with you. While Frieza is good, he's a serious threat, my issue is that they keep using the dude, where it's become a thing of he's no longer, I guess you could say, threatening. Because, like, you used him again with Frieza's Return, then you used him again with, Super at the Tournament of, Power and whatnot. And so, Frieza has kind of, I guess you could say, lost his momentum. So, honestly, I think Cell deserves this place due to, well, first, the main reason why he is never seen again outside that little, not flashback, but cameo in the Super, is because of those dots. Every single one of those dots. Akira Toriyama had a huge pain in the ass having to, reenact each and every single one, which I'm sorry, but all you had to do was kind of just, not do the dots. But I digress. So,
Oh my gosh.
so
Okay.
now besides
When you
that,
make an overly complicated looking character for your manga, and then you realize in horror, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to draw this so many times.
yeah, because it's like,
I,
oh shit. But anywho.
I feel his pain.
But anywho, so when it comes to Cell, what is his motive? He wants to show that he is the best, the strongest, and no one can give him the smoke.
Okay.
That's his whole entire shtick. He wants to be, proof he is the absolute most powerful.
So wait, why did he travel from the future to the past then?
Oh, to be fair, that's not really okay. So because of time, space, doohickey, whatchamacallit, whatever, Trunks basically went to the past and to the future. Then, because of that, Cell in one of the timelines was created. So Cell decided to be a great idea to hitch a ride into the time pod that one of the timeline Trunks used. And well, here we like. It's best not to try to overthink it because again, it's Dragon Ball Z. It doesn't really care about space-time Doctor Who mumbo jumbo.
Okay, let me look this up, Google.
But anywho, but no,
Why
Cell just
did
wanted to show
Cell
off that he was
travel
the most
in
absolute,
time?
strongest. Furthermore, the reason why no, the other thing to note is this dude is hella powerful. Where he says, "Hey, I got like 7 days or maybe a month, I believe," where
Oh,
just
okay.
stood
So
there
he's
and it did absolutely nothing while waiting for the heroes to get stronger and do whatever they need to do to, come face him.
oh my. I'm sorry. Sorry.
But other than that, though,
Oh well. This. Well, thankfully, Akira Toriyama did not do any more time travel stuff.
yes,
Because even looking up why Cell came to the past is inviting very confusing stuff.
yes,
Like,
yes. Although, like I said, you know, he deserves the S rank tier due to again his presence is powerful. It took, basically plot convenience to bring him down. No matter how many times they blasted his ass, he couldn't go down. So no, Cell deserves at least the S tier. Plus, in all fairness, he does deserve it due to, well, they don't use him anymore in the anime. They only use him in the
oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
God. But anywho, next up.
Also, there is repeated. I think in the Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, they have Cell and Frieza be brought back during several of the Majin Buu levels for no reason.
Well, I mean, the reason was because they needed,
I will
advertising.
be summoning these two very powerful enemies from the dead. And then Super Boo is like, I'm going to summon these. I don't remember his voice. Summon these, and then Kid Boo is like, blah, 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 blah. I don't remember. I think I kind of checked out, or no, I missed a lot of these Kid Boo part of the Majin Buu saga. I only saw the ending of it. Anyway, so
now next up,
Makima.
This woman, holy shit.
Nobody's in chat, but hold on. Actually, let me reload. Maybe it's just my internet is fucked up.
Nani?
Nope. It seems like.
I guess it's a empty house today.
All right. Anyway. Hold on. Let me actually look something. What is this? Oh. Why was I thinking? Oh, okay. I got the I don't know. Earlier I said T-88, and it's the name of a Chinese tank used in 1988. It's in the 1970s. Okay, interesting. It's like, wait, isn't that a tank?
Yes, but anywho, Makima. Now,
anyway,
you've both
Makima.
seen Chainsaw Man, so.
Alright, so Makima, spoilers, she essentially wants to dominate Chainsaw Man and either be eaten by Chainsaw Man or control Chainsaw Man in order to use Chainsaw Man's power of erasing everything that he eats, like devils. As Chainsaw Man, if he the chainsaw devil. If he eats a devil, that concept is erased from the world. She essentially wants to use that power to create a world where there's no death, no famine, no war, nothing. No bad. Everything is perfect.
Basically, just, paradise on
Un-
Earth.
yeah. Unfortunately, the way she does this is essentially building Denji up, and then tearing him down. Just giving him everything he wanted, giving him the perfect life, and then destroying it by uh, by killing, having all of everyone he knows or cares about dead, having just his house destroyed, essentially forcing him to
And also, don't forget, this bitch killed power.
yeah.
Never forget.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to make a joke. So for my official birthday celebration, there was we got a Japanese strawberry cake, and it actually came with a white chocolate message, that little piece of white chocolate with "Happy Birthday" written on it. And I was wanting to jokingly said, "Thankfully, there is no certain red-haired woman with yellow eyes." Gosh. Yeah. So her motivations seem to be okay, but the way she goes about them is very evil. And her danger level is pretty big, especially considering she has a contract with Japan, with the Prime Minister of Japan, where if she is killed, instead of her dying, a random Japanese person is killed instead.
And also, not to mention, this bitch,
Also,
while
she
hot,
has
is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Not just that, but also what makes her a great villain is that she doesn't have to go out of her way to, I guess we could say, pound her chest, if you will, or, just be like a huge threat, like most other villains, where it's just, once they walk into a room, everyone shits themselves. But with Makima, you don't even know she's evil until you get played. And then it's like, oh shit. You basically played yourself. I don't know, did you got anything else to say?
No. I think Makima would definitely be an S tier.
Yes.
I mean, I think she also has control of the gun, at least at one point, has control of the gun devil. Because they did have the most amount of gun devil parts. She also has control of a bunch of other devils, and also a platoon of devil human hybrids.
Alright, now then.
Including spear, flamethrower, I think longsword. There's a longsword guy. There's Katana Man. There's shit, I forget her name. The lesbian lady with the harem of fiends, which technically would make her considering that fiends are corpses inhabited by weakened devils, and it also implies something else. But anyway. Yeah. Definitely dangerous.
Yes. Now then, the next one.
Monday, Friday. Or Friday, Monday. I think it's Monday, Friday. So this is I don't even know if he's actually like human or if he's a creation of the words of power. So essentially, this character, this person, in Madlax 10 years ago, he sought to use these 3 books of power with the 3 words. Tila, Taluda, hold on, shit, what is it? Tila, hold on. Secondary Madlax. Alright. Tila, Taluda, Sark. So essentially, this guy is wanting to use the words of essence in order to bring humanity into its base form, or what he believes is his base form, which is like a primordial state of constant conflict. Essentially, when he has all 3 books and starts doing his like plan. So basically, because of what he did 10 years ago, this West Asian nation, fictional, Gulls Sonica, has been in a constant state of civil war. When he uses the 3 books in order to essentially do this to the rest of the world, everyone is just trying to kill each other. It's just like just complete anarchy and mayhem.
So,
yeah. The Door of Era. Yeah. Anyway. Alright. Okay. Elda, Taluda, Sark, and Arcs. Okay.
now, what level does this guy go?
Depending on how many books he has, it's not really, it can be like as dangerous, like mid danger to okay, like I think middle danger.
Alright. Next is Crocodile. Now, granted, I know the obvious, one to choose would be Blackbeard, but I didn't want to go for the obvious. Not just that, but I also think maybe in the future we should do a thing where it's like, we have the main antagonist, the, more threatening, antagonist. But anywho, Crocodile. This dude, he's still relevant in the, manga / anime to this point. And
yeah, but essentially he has become, even if it's not like the main party, he essentially has become the boss character that you fight when you get the boss character when he joins your party.
Well, at first, when it was the Alabaster Arch, he was a serious threat because, again, first Logia fruit, and he had that presence, he had that power, not just of the devil fruit alone, but also with the people
also, he
around
has
him.
been meticulously crafting a very violent revolution to occur in Alabasta that will allow him to get the information from the poneglyph that is beneath the palace, so he can locate the ancient weapon Pluton.
Yes. However, I will say, even though he was a great villain in the beginning, he has become more, I guess you could say, watered down due to helping the Straw Hats. Well, great and all, but his presence has kind of, I guess you could say, wavered. Him scaring a
That's
Buggy.
why I said boss character when they join your party.
Yeah, like he doesn't, him scaring Buggy doesn't count because it's Buggy, so of course. But I'm gonna have to say, as much as he is my favorite, he does go in the D category. Now, Your turn, Erica.
This is Hellmaster Fabrizzo, an ultra-powerful demon in the Slayer's universe, or monster, depending on... I'm going to say Mazoga. Mazoga? In the Slayer's universe, who is one of the four, like, most... I think he was, like, the four generals of Shabranigdo, the lord of the monster race, or Mazoga. So in the show, he essentially, in Slayer's Next, he is this very powerful character who wants to get Lena Inverse to use the Giga Slave and essentially mess up so that she ends up destroying this universe, because it'll essentially return the universe back to the primordial chaos in which monster Mazoga crave for.
Mm-hmm.
He also takes every one of Lena's friends' souls and is like, I'm going to crush these unless you use the Giga Slave. Oh, he also resurrected and enslaved the entire population of... Shit, I forget the name of the place, but essentially it was this one place where... Shit, hold on. It's where... Okay. Hellmaster Fabrizzo. Okay. Alright. He is... Shut up. Okay. Yeah, he wants to... So basically, he has a lot of minions, and... Yeah, he is the second most high-ranking Mazogo. Oh, Cyrac. That's the name of the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd say he is definitely an A tier. Mainly because most of what we... Even though he's like the second most powerful Mazoga, we don't really see him doing a lot. Though he does tank the Dragon Slave, like a double Dragon Slave, so he's definitely dangerous, but I don't know. He doesn't seem...
Alright, well, next up is...
Mm-hmm.
No,
is... Mimi.
Yes.
Evil Mimi from Flip Floppers.
Okay.
So...
Now, in my defense, I did, Okay. Yes. Now, I kind of forgot for a second, but yes.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, because you haven't seen the episodes yet.
Yeah, so, in all defense, this isn't, fair on my half.
You don't mind spoilers?
No.
Okay. So, essentially, she rewrites I'd say, like, C tier. She's kind of like Yuna Gasai. She does have complete control over everything in Pure Illusion, and has the power to merge Pure Illusion and the real world together.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe the real world is also another Pure Illusion. They don't really explicitly say that.
Mm-hmm.
She has also been seen turning people into Clover. And yeah, and also like rewrites Papika's memories when she was like happy and like not dark Mimi. When she was like, I want her to be independent and be able to think for herself. She essentially changes it to be like, I want to make sure nobody can take coconut away from me. If you try to take coconut away from me, I will kill you. Which, like, kind of conflicts with the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
So it's tummy-wummy, wibbly-wobbly.
Yeah. So probably C tier.
Mm-hmm. Ah, hold on. Okay, there you go. Jeez.
Alright.
Next up is...
Rizzo, the Red Priest. So, unlike Fabrizzo, we essentially see him a lot more of his power.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the 7 sages in the Slayer's universe, and has basically has an immense mastery of magic, and has done so many like various experiments and stuff, all in an attempt to heal his blindness. And his desperation to cure his blindness was so great, he was okay with unsealing the Demon King Shapranigdo, which Lena only managed to defeat by combining the power of the Sword of Light with the Giga Slave. Rizzo then was resurrected as a clone in the second half of the first season, and attempted to merge with a resurrected... Shit, what is it? What is its name? Cyrag... Xanathar. And also he basically destroyed the entire city of Cyrag.
Alright then, so what is
So,
his
yeah.
threat level?
Very, very big. Very big.
So S rank?
Yeah, I would say that.
Hell yeah. Alright then, next.
Alright, so Corset from Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt.
Yes. Which, by the way, when the hell's that season 2 supposed to be coming?
It's coming. It's coming. It was announced. So he's the mayor of Datan City. He's also a demon. He's very into bondage. And in the series, he wants to find the essentially, he wants to unlock this gate in the middle of Datan City that holds like the ultimate ghost, or one of the ultimate ghosts. Yeah, I think by himself he's not all that much of a threat. I think it's mostly that he took advantage of everyone's situation at the time. And yeah, I think probably C tier for him. I don't really see a whole lot of like his powers and stuff. Mostly it's tightening everything until he looks buff, and then turning the Demon Sisters into weapons.
Now then, speaking of Demon Sisters...
And then also he merges with the Ultimate Ghost, and tries to penetrate the walls of heaven.
Pulse.
But then he gets stepped on.
Pulse. But speaking of, Demon Sisters...
Yeah, honestly, I would put them in D tier. Mostly they are like trying to create powerful ghosts, and then eventually they are mostly into more just lackeys for Corset. They are very charming, but don't really have like much villainy to add to the table, bring to the table. Alright, who it is?
Alright, now, first. Now, are you okay with spoilers for Dan the Dan?
I mean, I'm currently reading the manga.
Very well. Well, what you need to
Ooh,
know is that this is based on a, well, air quote, real person. Say hello
is
to
this?
Saint Germain.
Oh, okay. I have met that. They have introduced him
Oh
in the
wow. You really
at this
read,
point that I'm.
wow, you
Yeah.
really read
Well,
far into it.
to be fair, I started reading it from the beginning, and then I decided to skip to where season one leaves off.
Oh, okay, I see what you, okay.
Hmm.
Well, but anyway, so this is Saint Germain,
Hmm.
who is based on a air quote real person in U.S. history. Although the entire shindig is, they say that he is immortal, for he has been seen in every single portrait throughout history. Ooh. Now, whether that's legit or not is debatable. However, though, he now
Us?
we don't know what his entire shindig is. Some of us say he's immortal, maybe the fountain of youth, maybe he's a vampire.
It's also possible it's kind of like Sandman from Gravion, where he just used something to slow his aging a ton.
mm-hmm. I mean,
I
that can also
think
be a
that
possibility as well.
by
But
suppressing his G factor.
yes, but you see, he is an individual that is, well, his motives is still up for debate. Like he has been in several chapters, but he's basically working behind the scenes. Right now, he clearly is a part of doing something pretty big that involves giving individuals some powers. I won't specify what I mean by that, but apparently he is probably, and again, this is just a theory, a game theory. No, it's not. But it's speculated by again the fandom that he might be um he might be planning on having the aliens invade Earth to do evil bad guy plot things and rule over
Mm.
the planet. Now, even though he doesn't have a threat level per se, that's mostly because he's working behind the scenes. He really isn't out there, basically saying, "Hey, screw you, I'm gonna do bad guy shit." He is kind of, working behind where no one knows what he is doing, and because he's mysterious like that, I'm going to say he is worthy of A tier. Now, again, we haven't seen him in the anime yet, nor have we seen what he is capable of, nor what he wants to do entirely. But
Okay.
his presence is in, well, the manga. Now,
Mm.
next up,
Okay.
yes, next
All
up.
right. The anti-spirals from Gurren Lagann.
Mmm,
So essentially, they in- suppressed all spiral races
mm-hmm,
throughout the universe in order to prevent um I don't fucking know. I think overpopulation of spiral races or like hold on, let me look this up actually. What were the anti spirals motives? Um so basically they wanted to so basically they Yeah, so they believe that spiral power would eventually destroy the universe or something like that if left unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
So they essentially forced themselves to never they strip themselves of spiral power and essentially sought to subjugate all spiral races or destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they ended up getting destroyed by a spiral race which is humanity. And yeah.
Well then, what does he belong in then?
I mean, oh shit, yeah, that's right. You don't watch mecha anime.
I've watched
Uh,
Gone Like Gone, but again it was eons ago.
okay. I think S tier would definitely be,
Alright.
because they are literally responsible for the creation of the Beastmen, the Spiral King, the moon almost crashing into the Earth,
Mm-hmm.
everything.
Next up is this guy.
Hyuga, can't keep it in his pants Hagen. Actually, I don't know if it. No, Hugi. So basically, this guy is from Agent Aika,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to use the Lagu power that resides inside the Earth to
Mm-hmm.
essentially reset the planet, kill everything on the planet, so he can repopulate the Earth, essentially replenish and repopulate the Earth with his personal harem of women. So
Mm.
basically, all of his like military personnel are women, the Delmo Corps,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that is literally his plan and his motive, and just what he thinks to do. Yeah, yeah. Um, definitely a D tier, to be
Oof.
honest. He
Oof.
ends up getting defeated because of his insane yandere sister, who was like, "Why are you talking to that woman? Why can't you?" Also, there's like incest and stuff, and actually, I don't even think they're technically related. I think they were, because they're both test tube children,
Mm-hmm.
so it's possible that. But I don't even know. It's just like, but yeah, there's.
Right. Well,
Yeah. Anyway,
next up, next up is
eh,
Noraku from Inuyasha.
Naraku.
Now, the thing
From what I
is,
remember, A or A tier probably.
well, here's the thing. Noraku, if I recall correctly, his entire reason for being is he wanted to just, be immortal. He wanted the Shikan jewels to do unspeakable things. I forgot the exact reasoning. However, though, he is a crafty bastard because he killed Kikyo, I believe that's her name, and blamed it all on Inuyasha to what? No. He had something blamed on Inuyasha, to which Kikyo, shot him with an arrow, and then, everything else kind of transpired with the Kagome, and then basically he's been doing a lot of evil, shit. Um, Not just that, but also his presence is known. Not just with him, by himself, but you will know he's around by either A, miasma, or B, there's a swarm of demons that are, traveling to him, so he can basically fuse with them for reasons. And not just that, this SOB is hard to kill. Doesn't matter how many times Inuyasha blasted this dude, he still got back up.
Hmm.
Also, he creates, monsters and demons out of his own flesh. And he doesn't give two shits about them. Even if they don't serve him properly, he kills them. Basically, he's like Clayface, but without a heart, because it's still really. Actually, no. To be fair, the animated Clayface didn't regret fusing with the girl Clay. You had to see the episode. But anywho, this dude is a bastard, a beast, a monster. He also has a presence. Every episode, they gotta be on the lookout for either him, one of his lackeys that are, out running about doing God knows what. In my opinion, Naraku deserves the S tier rank.
Alright, then.
Now, your turn.
Alright, this is Ghoul. It is a creature from a... what? The next one.
Huh?
The next one that we're doing.
Yeah, right
Also,
here.
why is Ragio on there twice?
I accidentally put her in there. I didn't see her at first, but then when I did put her, the second one,
I gotcha.
yeah. And I don't know
Anyway.
how to delete, so.
Anyway, Ghoul? Ghoul. So, Ghoul are creatures from another universe that have come into our universe because we're using inflation holes. They are in Divergency. Turns out they were here a long time ago, but a previous ancient race managed to seal them away. So they are kind of like a mindless, like, monster type thing, who, like, depending on how much they have formed in our universe, dependence changes on, like, how dangerous they are and if any weaponry can affect them.
Mm-hmm.
They can, like, suddenly not exist and then exist again. The main climax of the series involves a bunch of inflation holes opening throughout the universe, and a bunch of ghoul trying to get into our universe in order to, I assume, kill everybody or eat everybody.
Alright, so.
And Misaki essentially uses her powers to seal all of the inflation holes.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say they're probably a B tier enemy, like a villain.
Alright. Next up.
I said B.
Oh, B?
But
oh, shit, yeah.
yeah,
B.
B.
Sorry. Yeah. Okay,
All
next
right.
up.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Any?
Sorry. This guy, his name is Hugi. Hugi Zeravire. In Gravion, super heavyweight god Gravion, he is essentially the creator of what we refer to as Zeravire, though his name for it is Genocide Tron. Also, how the fuck do you trust a guy who names his self-improving, self-evolving bioorganic robots genocide trons? Like, what the
I mean, maybe they thought genocide was for the other guys, not them.
No, they were essentially meant to protect the protect people on this planet. Like, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the conflict in Gravion is created by this guy. Essentially moves his, like, Unicron-esque death planet Super Zeravire Zeravire factory into towards the Earth. And there's kind of like a Gurren Lagann-esque final showdown.
Alright, so what level does he belong, or rank?
I mean, threat level, he will essentially send a shit ton of Zeravire, which can only be destroyed by graviton energy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd say A tier.
Oh yeah, there you go. Alright,
Yeah.
next up.
Gowrun from Full Metal Panic. He's this more amoral mercenary type of man who just loves killing. He is just an absolute psychopath. Uh, and he'll kill you with like a smile. It's like, hey, yeah, sorry this has to be this way. It's just business, you know? And just shoots him. He is incredibly tenacious. He, like, every time, like, they think, okay, we managed to kill him, and then he comes back. He's like, hey, Kajima, what's up? And Sasuke's like, how are you still alive? It's like, no, Kashim, that's what he calls him. What calls Yusuke. Sosuke! God, so many Sosuke. Anyway. Yeah, he is the main antagonist of the entire, like, first season of Full Metal Panic.
Mm-hmm.
I would rank him either A tier, A tier,
Hell yeah.
unless he is in Venom, which is his mecha, which has a Lambda driver, and he has a lot better control of utilizing the Lambda driver than Sosuke. The Lambda driver is this device that essentially allows you to put your thoughts into reality. So like he basically it's like, okay, in his mech, he's like, okay, I'm good. He just like points his finger at a guy's like, bang, and he actually shoots like energy out of his finger.
Mm-hmm.
Even though like his mech does not have that capability.
Alright, next up is Emu. Now, I'm gonna be surprised that you put this guy on the list due to we kinda sorta don't know all that much about him.
Well, it's theorized that he has the power of the abyss, and also he is essentially the one who is to blame for most of everything wrong.
Now that is true, and now,
Yeah.
while granted within the manga as well, we don't know that much about Emu. Like he doesn't have a presence outside of the one people who do know him. But like the Straw Hats are like, oh shit, it's Emu. More than in fact, it's more like, oh shit, we gotta think about Blackbeard. And what's funny is Blackbeard was said to be, or thought to be, the second to the main antagonist, but it looks like he's probably going to be just the second boss to Emu, if anything. But other than that, though, like you said, he is to blame for all the spoiler alert. But he is to blame for all the shenanigans that have happened, and the Void Sentry is still a mystery. However, though, he would know a thing or two about it. He also probably knows a thing or two about all the secrets of One Piece. And also, this, again, to be fair, as of right now, I think he deserves to be in A, due to he still doesn't have that presence where Luffy and other main characters like, oh shit. I mean, what do you think?
I mean, considering how he has control over the entire world government, he has the weapon Uranus.
Mm-hmm.
And has like a lot, and many other things that they probably stolen or repurposed.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely the final boss, or at least,
And
yeah,
I,
definitely thinking final boss.
yeah, and I definitely think he's also gonna be the final boss because, Oda is hyping him up way too much, and it just seemed like Blackbeard's spot of being the main antagonist might be, taking down a peg, since it looks
Yeah.
like, well,
Also, there's the whole he's going to literally flood the world thing.
yeah, that's you can't get any evil than
Didn't
that.
didn't sorry, someone was sneezing very loudly.
Hmm.
Didn't Dr. Vegemite say that the world has been like increasing, the water level has been increasing like for a while now?
Mm-hmm. But now,
Yes, I know his name is Vegapunk. I was
yes,
making a
yes, I
joke.
know. Yeah, I know you well enough to know that you're a silly, adorable little imp.
Anyway,
But anywho, yes, next up.
Gendo Akari. So essentially, he basically he is the commander of Nerve, and he has been secretly going against Zele, which is like the secret government type thing. You know, the shadow government. You know, like the Illuminati type
Mm,
thing.
mm-hmm.
He's been pretending to work with them in order to create the Human Instrumentology Project, but has been doing some stuff behind their backs in order to change how it works. In yeah, yeah, he is responsible for essentially breaking all of the pilots, um, either by pushing them too hard or by forcing them into situations that break their minds or get them killed. Um, and also in the rebuild films, he actually is like, I'm going to destroy the world because I don't have my wife. I don't fucking know what. I I honestly did not understand any of the reasoning
So this guy.
behind Gendo in the rebuild films. It's like, I have carved my eye out and made a giant eye with a light coming out of it because I don't fucking know.
So this guy's gonna be D. This guy's gonna be D then.
I'm gonna say B or
B?
A.
Well, hold on. How come he deserves to
Yeah.
be? Because like you were kind of saying nothing but negative things there.
He also, well, he's more of like a puppet master, he's not like the kind of villain who is like, I have this power, I am going to destroy the world or do this thing. He's more of using, he is a government worker, essentially, which is like, yeah, he uses military, the military like thing, his position as a military commander to do evil things,
Mm-hmm.
and in the end, he is like trying to become God, essentially.
Okay. Now then,
Yeah,
next up.
I was mostly complaining about the rebuild films because if given an opportunity, I will complain about the rebuild films.
No.
Next, uh,
Maybe for the like a worst whatever film or something.
all right, that man.
Yes.
So he is the closest thing you can get to an actual villain in the anime adaptation of Excel Saga. He is apparently one of the leaders of Across, and is responsible for. Well, to be fair, he fucked Pedro's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Fucked Pedro's wife. Um, and he also was involved with the Great Will of the Macrocosm, and combined Pedro's wife with the Great Will in order to, I don't know, to basically be able to control the universe or something. I don't really think they explained anything about that. Uh, yeah, he's also in charge of a cross. He's like higher up than El Palazzo.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Where's he belong?
essentially is the main villain of the B plots, basically.
Alright. So, where he belong?
I think C.
Alright. Now, honestly, I don't know why you got this character. I got all the pictures that you sent me.
What is that? Hold on. Who is that? Let me look.
Yeah,
Let me
like
look
you.
that up. Okay, Kella never melts. What is? Oh, that's Being X.
Oh, okay. I'm
That's
sorry.
Being.
I thought it was like. Wait, isn't this the character from One Piece who was turned into a
No,
toy
it's
store?
from Yojo Senki or Saga of Tonya the Evil.
Okay,
That
okay.
is Being X.
Okay then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that
So
case.
yeah, probably B tier. So essentially, the reason he is putting Tanya through essentially hell is so he can force her to develop faith. Because in the original world, where Tanya was a a Japanese salaryman, he was essentially an atheist or a pragmatic atheist type person.
Mm-hmm.
And Being X is like, oh my god, what is wrong with you people? Do you not have any faith? And then he's like, well, why should I believe in you? And then there's like one thing led to the other, and then Being X says, so if I put you in a very dire situation, you will become faithful. And then,
Oh, wait, is Jigsaw?
yeah. What?
Wait, is
Eh?
Jigsaw?
No, it's God.
I know,
Or
but
a
it just
creature,
sounds like
or a
Jigsaw, though.
no,
Okay.
it's like that one. No, it's
Okay, okay. Well, anywho, so, what ranking does he belong in?
I think A or B.
No, let's go with A. Alright.
Okay.
Well, I did tell you I would do it when we got to this character.
It's the guy who just runs through crowd, who has his driver drive through crowds.
Yes, because everything is a road when you think about it. Now then, for my pick of awesome bad guy, the villain, we have to go with Dio Brando of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, part technically 1, and then part 3. Now, the thing that makes Dio so damn good is, first off, he's outright evil. There's no, there's no rhyme or reason. He's just, man, I love being evil. Now, sure, you could say, because in part 1, we see that his father is a piece of shit, that maybe he was abusive only because of his home life, but no, he actually has this whole kind of a god complex like thing, where, well, that doesn't come up to 3, but with part 1, he is so evil, and this is Arachi's go-to to let you and I, the audience, know that he's a bad guy. How bad he is, rather. You see, he kicks and kills the family dog.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it the kick the dog trope?
Yes.
And yeah, okay.
Yes, yes. See, a Rocky. Now, here's the thing. Even though
Hmm.
the meme is, if you're a dog or a cat in JoJo, you're gonna die. The last dog to have ever really, quote unquote, died was in part 4, but even then, that's the last time. Meanwhile, any other dog and or cat that has shown up since then hasn't really died. But you know, as well as I do when it comes to the fans, the joke starts, and that joke somehow makes it into the Bible, if you will, and well, it gets lost in translation, and now Goku's a bad father, and
Hmm.
Potato Girl is only known as Potato Girl, and not Sasha, even though she only ate a potato one time in episode 1.
Hmm. Hmm.
So, anywho. Now, throughout that part though, he has built up merit. He is a calm, cool, collected villain. He thinks about his next move. He doesn't act out in anger. He acts out with desire. He simply wishes to do something. And part 3, when we get stands, his presence is seen and known, not just through the main characters, but also who works under him. No one dares even thinks about saying something bad about him. Hell, he even, and yes, that's like a reason why or whatever, but there's this one dude, so, side note, Dio Brando is a vampire. His weakness is sunlight. There's literally a stando. That is the sun. That is basically fire. Now, granted, some people have said, well, it's only fire and not the legit sun. But others are like, in known technicality, this guy should have been able to kill Dio, but that's, not important. What's important is he has a presence that isn't just known in part 3, but all the way back in part 1. Everyone, hell, to this day, people know of Dio Brando. Not only that, but also he is in, well, he's in a flashback in part 6 with, Poochie, the father who's a good, God-fearing man. He was inspired by, Dio's dream of creating heaven, aka making heaven what he sees fit. And so you got, him basically being inspirational to the next villain. And this again, this guy, Dio Brando, is just freaking awesome. And with that
Hmm.
being said, he's also powerful, since his stand is literally Salvador, a stand that can stop time. And, that is, well, absolutely, OP as hell. But other than that, though, Dio Brando deserves to be in the Essa Ranka. Now, ladies and gentlemen, even though this might not be the greatest villain list to ever exist, this is our list. And granted, we might do
Hmm.
another list like this in the future, but the rule will be something like, it has to be main antagonist.
Hmm.
But other than that, though,
Hmm.
this is our list. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
And
Hmm.
remember, being bad can be good. Side note, that's just a joke. Do not take that seriously, you
Sometimes
dumbasses.
a hero's a hero, but everyone loves a good villain.
Yes, because I know in technicality, it's the villain that makes the hero.
Hmm. Without something for the hero to oppose, then the story doesn't really. It feels a bit hollow.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many, just only so much you can do to have. Oh, Superman stops a bank robbery. Superman stops an asteroid. But then you put Lex Luthor into the mix, and then suddenly, oh, oh.
Yeah, there's a threat now. But with that being said and done, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed this. I hope, please tell us who your favorite villain is. Do you agree with this list? Do you disagree with this list? By all means, please let us know. And join us next, next Friday. Erica, do you wish to tell
Unfortunately,
them?
I did realize that there were some other villains that I thought we could add.
In fairness, same
Like,
here.
yeah, I was like, wait, why isn't that one? Shit, I forget what his name is. He's the one. He's part of the Akatsuki. He's the guy with the swirly mask, orange swirly mask that
Yeah, I know
turns
who.
out.
I know who you're talking about. No, not Kobe. Crap, I forgot. Ito? No, I forgot what it is, but I know who you're talking about, though.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
anywho, with that being said, now Erica, do you wish to tell them what next week will be, or do you wish for it to be a surprise?
It's possible we will have Abyssal on, and we'll be talking about Mecha.
Yes. So, by all means, I am probably going to have to get educated on, mecha stuff. That way, I don't look like the third wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said,
Anyway,
everyone,
thank you all so much for showing up, and
mm-hmm.
we will see you next time. And until then,
Bye.
bye.